Hi, Zavia here. I got the Hubsan Zino drone for Christmas, and out of the box we ran into some issues. One with the lack of instructions, and scouring the internet and YouTube came up with a few instructions that were a little confusing and or did not work. So I am going to show these instructions on how to get it to work, along with the initial issues we had and how we fixed it. What?
With Android.
Oh yes, and this is using Android, because that seems to be another issue people are having with their Android phones. So we have our controller and we have the Zino. I'm gonna go ahead and, can you see that? I have one of the bigger phones. I'm using a Note 9. We tried using it with my husband's LG and we still ran into issues. That's not the right cable. Here is the USB-C cable that both our Android phones use. Okay, so initially we need to turn on the Zino. You press the power button and hold it until it beeps. Then you hold the power button on the controller until it beeps. Wait for the blue lights to go solid. Oh, okay. Let me unlock my phone. Now that it's solid, we'll start the Hubsan app. Where is it? Now when you first do this, you'll have to register. But we go into the main interface, and then this is when you would plug it into your phone. What you want to pay attention to is this icon here. When it has the controller icon, it's not paired with the Zino directly, and it should pair when you plug it into your phone, which I get to use the charger. No SD cards, but it's working. All right, well, we initially had this issue. That controller icon never changed to what you see it is now. And when that was happening, in the instructions, it says to go to your settings over here and go to the controller, and you want to make sure that's set to Wi-Fi, and then set transmitter and aircraft connection. It's what it says to do, and when it wasn't paired, you couldn't click on it to get to this screen. Once it's paired, we didn't even have to do that. It just automatically connects there, which is different than going into your phone Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you do not go into your phone's Wi-Fi and connect to the Zino. That's if you wanted to fly the Zino without the controller.
And just using your phone,
right.
Which I actually did successfully and very scary to do.
So it says into the instructions to do that, but you don't do that. It does it automatically.
As soon as you plug in your phone, it automatically connected. And it seems to be working now with the USB-C cable that we could not get to work when we first got it. So what I had done was we used my son's Android, which uses USB, and it worked just fine. So I ended up getting a micro USB to USB-C adapter and using that cable instead. But yeah, so now it's working, and it'll ask you to bind like it did in the beginning, which I canceled. But you just hit OK, and follow the prompts on the screen, and you should be able to fly it.
Yeah, the biggest thing you're looking for is this to change.
Yes. Can you see it on there? You can...
Right.
All right. And that was our fix. It's really simple. The other thing I know other people have mentioned, when if you're recording, make sure you stop the recording before you turn the Zino, the drone, or the controller off, because you might lose your recordings. So that is it. that was our fix, and the cord made a liar out of me, but that's okay. I'm glad it's working now. And let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Otherwise, talk to you later.